Hello students, I am Dr. Shrikant Bhavse, Assistant Professor at Department of Advanced Management Studies, GS College of Commerce, Wardha. Today, in this video, we are going to study one of the most interesting topic of modern finance. This topic is relatively very new and many of the people are not aware about all these things. But through this video, we are going to give the basic information regarding the topic, that is forex. Now, this forex term is used by the people oftenly, very fascinatingly, but many of the people are not able to understand what is forex. Now, the simple meaning of forex is nothing but foreign exchange. The word forex is comprised of two words, that is foreign exchange. Now, what is foreign exchange? After the 1991-1992, after the policy of liberalization, privatization and globalization, the foreign companies, foreign multinationals, global companies started entering into Indian markets, and Indian companies also started operating in foreign markets. Foreign people started coming in India for tourism and trade. Indian people also started going abroad for tourism, trade and employment opportunities. Now, when the foreign company is coming in India and operating in India, at that time it will require money for working capital, for investments, and that money should be in rupees. For that purpose, the foreign companies will have to convert their foreign currency into Indian currency. The Indian company which is operating in foreign or importing from foreign will have to convert the Indian rupees into foreign currency. So this is the simple example of foreign exchange, that is one currency is exchanged for another currency. Broadly, we can say the domestic currency getting converted into the foreign currency and vice versa. So, this is the simple concept of forex, that is foreign exchange. Now, why the currency conversion is carried out by the players? First one is the commerce, in which we can say that for imports and exports, as the global trade is increasing rapidly, Indian companies are importing as well as exporting. Foreign companies are also importing and exporting. For this purpose, they need a foreign currency. So, in the commerce, for global players, for international players, there is an acute need of forex management. Next one is the trading. The simple meaning of trading is nothing but the buying and selling. Now this buying and selling is of the currencies. That is, you may buy dollar, you may buy euro, you may buy pounds. All these currencies you can buy in India. So majoritarily there are four currencies which you can buy and sell in India, that is dollar, euro, yen and pound. So in the concept of trading, there will be buying and selling of the currencies. Now next one is the tourism. In last 2 decades we have seen the great rise in foreign tourism. There are two sides of foreign tourism. First side is that Indian people are going to foreign for visiting foreign places. For instance, the people are going for Europe tour, for UK tour, people are going to Switzerland. Now, this is called as the foreign tourism. When Indian people want to go to Switzerland, at that time they will have to convert the rupees into Swiss franc. When they want to go to Europe tour, they will have to convert rupees into euro. When they are going to US, at that time they will have to convert rupees into dollar. In the same way, as we know that India is the country of pilgrimage, there are thousands and lakhs of places, tourist places in India, which are now developing rapidly with the scheme of Incredible India by the government of India. So, foreign tourists are coming to India for doing the different pilgrimage as well as for the historical monuments. When these foreign people, foreign tourists are coming to India, at that time they will have to convert their foreign currency into Indian currency. So tourism also is a big reason for conversion of the foreign currency into domestic and vice versa. In the same way, there is another point which is called as the employment. Indian people are going to US, UK, Europe, etc. for employment, for jobs, and foreign people are also coming to India for working, for jobs, for employment opportunities. So when these people are sending money to their domestic country, at that time they also need the foreign exchange. For your great information, the daily average volume of foreign exchange market is $5.1 trillion approximately. How much it is? $5.1 trillion. Now, this is a very huge volume which suggests that there is a great liquidity into the foreign exchange market. So when we have entered into the global trade, the forex is must. Now in India, the foreign exchange is traded with the four major pairs, that is dollar versus rupees, euro versus rupees, yen versus rupees, and pound versus rupees. So dollar is of US, euro is of Europe, yen is of Japan, and pound is of Britain. So they are traded as a forward contract. One company is entering into the contract with another company over the counter for the future months. So this is called as the forward contract. In the forward contract, there will not be any intermediary or exchange. There will be two counterparties where the risk of default will be very high, but it is done with respect to the companies. Then second one is the future contracts, where the future contracts are traded on the pre-agreed price, and the underlying will be here the currency pair, and after 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, there will be the future contracts, and these contracts will expire on the future date. So these are traded on the currency exchanges, and there is no risk of default as the contracts are traded on the basis of upfront margin. Next one is the options. On currencies also we are having the call option and the put option. When you will be bullish, you will have to buy call option. When you are bearish, you will be buying the put option. The next one is the swap, where you will exchange the currency flow. Now these foreign exchange are used widely, mostly for the hedging purpose. Now what is hedging and how the currencies are used for the hedging, that we will simply discuss with respect to a simple example. Remember, this example will save crores of rupees of multinational corporations and global companies if these are understood well by you. Imagine that one company is importing, the Indian company is importing some goods from the foreign. At that time, what will be the thing? If company is importing and has to make payment after 2 months in terms of dollar, Indian company importing has to make payment after 2 months in terms of dollar. If dollar appreciates, Indian company have imported. If dollar appreciates, at that time the Indian company will have to pay higher amount, more amount for buying the dollars. So it will lead to loss. On the other hand, if dollar depreciates, at that time the importer Indian company will have to pay less. So it will lead to profit. But this is uncertainty. Dollar may appreciate or it may depreciate. There is no certainty. Appreciation of dollar will lead to loss as we are importer and we have to make payment. If dollar depreciates, it will lead to profit as we are importer and we will have to pay less. How to manage this risk, how to manage this uncertainty? Now we will use the technique of hedging. In the technique of hedging, what the importer will do, importer will buy the currency future of same quantity. Imagine that importer has to make a payment of 100 crores rupees. At that time, if importer pays only 10% upfront margin for buying the future contract, at that time it can get a position of 100 crore rupees by just paying 10 crore rupees margin. Now, if dollar appreciates, because importer have bought the future contract, it will lead to profit in the future. But at the same time, because the future is rising, dollar is rising, you are making profit, but at same time you will have to pay more for the rising dollar at the spot because you are going to make payment. But rise in future will compensate your buying. Okay, and if the dollar depreciates, at that time the payment which you will have to make to the exporter will be less, but you will make loss in the future but profit in the spot. So when you are hedging through this technique, the profit in one step and loss in one step will be balanced. So your uncertainty and risk will get vanished. The next use is of speculation. When we are talking about the forex, people used to anticipate the moves of currencies like dollar, then euro. If the people are bullish on dollar, they will buy dollar. If they are bearish on dollar, they will sell dollar. So this is completely speculation, and this speculation will be carried out on the basis of technical analysis and on the basis of geopolitical events. Next one is the arbitraging. Arbitraging is just utilizing the price differentials profit. If the rate of dollar on one exchange is higher and on another exchange is lower, at that time the arbitrager will buy on the lower and sell on the higher on the another exchange. Arbitrager also takes benefit by buying low prices in spot market and selling high in the future market and vice versa. So arbitrager will make the riskless profits by doing the arbitraging in the forex market. So the three things are done by the forex players, that is hedging, second one is the speculation, and third one is the arbitraging. And we have seen the meaning of forex term, why this forex is used, that is for commerce, trading and tourism, its average daily turnover, its volume, liquidity, global trade, that are very crucial in today's era. And its pairs in India, they are traded, which are dollar, euro, yen and pound, and they are traded as a forward contract, future contract, options and swaps. So this is the complete introduction to the forex market. I hope you have understood all these concepts clearly. Thank you.